sandwich.
Huh. Yeah. Texas is serious about their high school football.
So I know your coach is aware, but there is like some senior thing that's going to start when this hits 0. So the game does not start exactly at 4.
So it's like a senior night?
Yeah, your coach is aware of everything.
I'm not sure if they are. We'll let them know.
Well, no, the coach knows. I know.
boss and I've been in trellis. I'm a bigger problem when I cook the scrimmage. Murder on my mind is time to pray to God. My revolvers are religion, the revolution falls. You wanna know my name and wanna tell us up. You wanna know my game, suicide squad. Pistol on my waist, I might make a mistake. Headshot on my gun and my grave. Drugs every corner, this is not the city. Killer drop, candy kidnap you, let that ass kick me. Ain't no mercy, got that purple Lamborghini. Brother say, so you know that ain't worth it. Flooded Rolex at the Grammy Awards. They still selling up, that's those Miami boys. Killers everywhere, it ain't no place to run. Forgive me for my wrongs, that's my gun. Ain't no mercy, ain't no mercy.
Your knees are getting seen.
That's what they're doing their senior day.
Yeah, senior night.
You can be the greatest, you can be the best. You can be the King Kong banging on your chest. You could be
It's always gonna be in my heart. I didn't just come through BYU. BYU went through me.
We'll see what it is. See kids from time to time. Yeah, because it's a
You could be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you gon' find yourself.
Today, we will recognize and honor our Boise State senior lacrosse players and their families. On behalf of head coach Adam Smith and the team, we wish to thank the Boise State Athletic Department and the Boise State Intramural Department for making today happen for these seniors. We also have a very special thank you go out to Brenda and Michael Ziegler for the flowers for today's events. Albert Albert, it is an honor to be here today to present to you these seniors. Let's meet Boise State seniors. First off, John Carlson, accompanied by Mom Kathy, Dad Dave, and Sister Maggie. John's getting his degree in environmental studies, a sustainability minor, and he will graduate next week.
This is On Your Feet with Stephen Jones. Today we're going to look at some of the BYU defense and see how hard they can hit it. Now I know that football is a lot of hard work, but it sure does look like they have a lot of fun out there hitting people. Maybe I should try it.
Now, I'm not suggesting that you do this at home, but if you do, make sure you're protected. That's how you do it. Make sure you stay hydrated.
On your feet, people! On your feet! On your feet! On your feet! Yeah! On your feet, people! On your feet! On your feet!
The Y on the mountain is visible from miles away, welcoming you to Provo, home of Brigham Young University. For more than 30,000 students like me who live and study here, BYU is more than just a school, it's our home. There's no campus quite like BYU. It has the same feel of a small liberal arts college, along with all the same opportunities you have at a major university, all within a religious environment. I mean, there's so much to love about this place. Let's take a look around. So what Utah school ranks as a top-tier national university, a best value school, and a Money Magazine top 10? These are just a few of BYU's impressive national rankings. BYU is recognized for offering an exceptional undergraduate experience. The university has 10 colleges that offer undergraduate and graduate programs, including 2 prestigious professional schools. The nationally ranked J. Reuben Clark Law School was recently named Best Value Private Law School. And the highly respected Marriott School of Management has top 10 undergraduate and graduate programs. All across campus, undergraduate BYU students can be part of a multi-million-dollar student mentoring program. A BYU education is about more than classroom learning. Whether they are conducting field research, working on an engineering team, or directing a film, students here get hands-on experiences and active learning opportunities.
We need to provide an education that allows our students not just to learn new things and to experience spiritual insights, but to become different, better people.
It's really great to live in a place where others respect your beliefs and share your values. BYU is sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and Christian teachings are central to campus life. All faculty and students here commit to living the honor code and to living with integrity and character. So grab a chocolate milk and toast to the university that's proud to be at the top of the list of stone-cold sober schools. Cheers! It's good, it's good. BYU is located at the base of the Wasatch Mountain Range, and this beautiful campus has something for everyone. Did you know that the Harold B. Lee Library is ranked as one of the best college libraries in the country? From art and science museums, to BYU broadcasting, to labs and high-tech facilities, the BYU campus is truly a world-class educational environment. For students who enjoy the performing arts, BYU's award-winning performing groups share music, dance, and culture not only here on campus, but also internationally. One of the university's mottos is "The world is our campus." Did you know that BYU teaches more than 60 languages and 2/3 of BYU students speak a second language? Muitos dos estudantes, como eu, aprenderam a falar uma segunda língua enquanto serviram numa missão pela Igreja Sud. BYU also has one of the largest study abroad programs in the nation, with programs in 55 countries. The university also has major international centers in London and in Jerusalem. BYU is not only about academics, it's also about having fun and enjoying life. On campus, students can enjoy a variety of activities, from comedy performances to concerts and more. The Wasatch Mountains draw visitors from all over the world in every season. The Provo area also has a progressive music scene, rooftop concerts, and other events that celebrate life and culture. From Olympians to All-Americans and national champions.
Oh, are they penalizing him because of no scorebook? Okay.
To rise and shout. This is an elite program. BYU student athletes on 21 men's and women's teams compete at the highest levels in Division I NCAA sports.
Send me the YouTube on that one because I've never seen it. But teams are lining up now. I understand from the official that there will be no face-off because Boise State did not supply a scorebook. So BYU ball to start off. Chris Severson's going to start with the ball for the Cougars as Boise starts out on defense. Getting the officials all squared away here.
Am I in the way, Tom? Sorry.
Here. Trying to get the clock adjusted here, get ready. And here we go. Boise State versus BYU. Number 7 versus the unranked Boise State Broncos. Here comes Harry Wallops, takes a shot. That's wide. Michael Perry will be there to back up for the Cougs.
Jeremiah, if you need help, call me. Yes, sir.
Perry with the ball. X to Wallops. And the team captain, Zach Labrum, now brings it to go to the restraining line. Severson with the shot. That's high and away. Cougars back up and be Cougar ball. A little bit overcast today. We've had some rain. But about 50 degrees and not raining right now. Labrum now looks down. Back up to Labrum. He looks inside, nothing there. And gets it to Wallops in the crease to Tanner Johnson. Johnson can't finish it. And there goes Severson. Stick is clear. Gets kicked away by the goalie. And Perry is there to back up. Ball on the field. The ref will pick that up. And the Cougars will start. Top to Labrum again. Severson back to Labrum. Perry's free. He's going to go behind, though. Back up top to Labrum. Looks inside. Nothing there. Decides not to shoot. Johnson with the shot, and that's wide. BYU will back up again. And Cougars have actually three early shots on goal. Johnson behind to Perry. Into the crease, shot and a goal. You know, number 22, Winston Farley, is so effective in that crease for the Cougars. In fact, we were talking about it today at lunch. Well, you know, I had a discussion a couple of years ago with Don Zimmerman, the former head coach at UMBC. And the Cougars will many times shoot from the top of the key, particularly on man down. And it seems like Farley can either receive a pass from up there or get the garbage goal when it gets on the ground. But either way, he's so effective when he gets to the island. Tyler Clancy now out there for the Cougs. Clancy's going to get most of the duty here this afternoon. And the long pull for Boise picks it up. Oh, and he throws it away. It goes out of bounds. And the ball's going to stay with the Cougars. Nice ride there by BYU. First line midfield stays out for the Cougars, led by Labrum. Waiting to get Tanner Johnson on the field now, as Connor Williams comes off his defensive duties. And the ball goes up top to Tanner Johnson, the natural lefty, out of Casca, Minnesota. Now Labrum starts his dodge down the alley. Nothing there. Sends it behind. Wallops looking up top. Wallops circles up to the restraining line. Get heavy pressure there by the Bronco long pole. Labrum looks inside to Wallops, hits a player in the head, and ball goes out of bounds. And they're going to call it Boise ball. So Boise clearing Gets it to midfield. Cougars a little bit late in getting the bench cleared with their defensive players, and it's an easy clear for the Broncos. Ball goes back up top from the goal line extended. And he'll take an alley dodge, look inside, nothing there. He gets pushed away. Ball gets to X. Good defense by Matthias Perez there, trying to take the ball away. Back up top. Here's the dodge. Another alley dodge shot, and that hits somebody and ends up with Zach Labram. Dallin Hampshire, the goalie's got it. And he'll start to clear for the Cougars. Labram goes cross field. Gets it to Artie Waters. Artie back to Hampshire, and now over to Labram. Boise trying a 10-man here, at least a 9-man. The goalie's still in the cage, but they'll easily clear it, and Connor Bernal will get it behind. Ball up to Bernal now and over to Michael Perry. He'll start his dodge. He'll go behind and throws away. So ball goes out of bounds and it'll be BYU on the defense again as Boise State will start their clear. Oh, and the ball's picked off on an open goal. Goalie steps back in. Connor Bernal thinks better of it and decides to wait for his offensive players to come back down the field. Ball way up top now to Severson. He'll try an alley dodge. And nothing there. He'll get it back in the middle to... Oh, and there's a nice opportunity there for Connor Bernal, but just doesn't connect with the ball. BYU putting pressure now on Boise long poles. And by mistake goes in the middle of the field, but is able to clear it. Ball's knocked away. The attackman's got it. Boise bench yelling at their attackman not to do anything silly. They'll start their settled offense now.
Next time on time! Next time on time! On time! On time! Let's go, time! Let's go, time!
He's got it, comes down the middle of the field, trying to alley dodge, can't do it, gets pushed out. Inside attack and shot in the goal. So number 22 for Boise steps inside of Matthias Perez and gets the first goal of the game here for Boise. 8:55 remaining in the first quarter. Got a 1-1 score here. Tyler Clancy to set face off for BYU, number 15 for Boise. I don't have a Boise roster, so I can't give you player names, unfortunately, but got Connor Williams on one wing, Zach Burbage on the other for the Cougars. And Clancy gets pushed there. He still gets to the ball, but it gets it knocked away. Ball still free, pops up in the air, headed towards the sideline. Boise player who was going to get that ground ball was going to get pushed out, so he flipped it back into the center of the field, and Boise State's got possession. Ball's down again. Matthias Perez on the defense. Boise looks a little bit unorganized on their midfield, but now gets reset here. Working the midfield pretty heavily here. And a long ball will come out on 13. That's Burbage. High school All-American 2 times out of Pleasant Grove. Another alley dodge and a shot, and that's wide. And Boise State will retain possession. Inside. Perez there. Switches off to Smith. It's a shot high and away. And Boise will be there to back up. Boise gets most of their scoring from their attack. First goal of the game came from the attackman, 22. Not a lot of goals out of the midfield. It's a shot and a goalie save by Dallin Hampshire. Boise picks up the ground ball and they'll start their offense again. Shot and that's knocked down. Artie Waters has got control for the Cougars. Back to the goalie Hampshire, and now up to number 4. That's Jake Hogard, the former BYU linebacker. Now dedicated to lacrosse. Inside to Severson, sticks free, shot, and that's wide. Usually Chris converts on those, but a little bit wide on that take. Bernal now to Perry. Behind to Farley. And Bernal looks inside. Nothing there. Back up to Bernal. Back to Perry. Perry goes to X. Here's a good shot by Severson. A little bit wide again. So Chris trying to get that shot lined up. It'll go eventually. Tip there by the Boise defenseman. Inside to Johnson. That's an easy score for Tanner Johnson as we get a nice pass from behind and the Cougars go up 2-1.
Nice job, Perry! Shot, CJ.
Boise State, a little bit of a team in flux. They put the hurt on Oregon a couple of weeks ago and then get clobbered by the Utes. Utes with a Y. And still trying to figure out who they are. The ball goes to BYU zone. Now Clancy's got it. And now over to Chase Paulson. Got a change of midfield. Labram back out there. Perry looks inside. Chris Severson made a dash for the goal, but got picked up. Now back to Johnson. He's got a long pole, nothing there. He gets rid of it. And there is a flag down. This is going to be on Boise for a slash. So free play here for BYU. Severson, let's see if he can get this shot on goal. Right into Farley, and it bounced off the goalie and bounded away. BYU will take another run at this. Severson, alley dodge, nothing there. Comes back left. Back over to Labram. Labram a alley dodge. Goes high, back inside. Goes left, nothing there. Gets doubled. And the ball gets knocked down by Boise, so this will be a BYU man up here. So it'll be 1 minute slash on Boise. BYU the man-up offense has been pretty effective so far, at least for the last 3 or 4 games. They're about 37% conversion rate on man-up. And star of the show has been Winston Farley in that crease position. They want to get it to Winston because he's got the best stick on the team. And Winston Farley now in the middle. Johnson shot, goalie save, bounds away. Cougars will back up. Johnson behind to Bernal, inside. Oh, and hits Farley, gets the shot off, but does not make it to the cage. Goalie may have gotten a piece of it. Zach Labum goes down, ball still down. He gets pushed, ball still down. Farley's got it. And they'll reset here and restart their man up. It's an easy goal here for BYU. The Boise long poles double team Winston Farley, and they were way out of position. And as soon as BYU got it over to Labrum, it was an easy shot and goal for the Cougars. So it's going to be a timeout here for Boise State. We'll take a break ourselves, and we'll be right back with you.
Too long, that screws up my vision far away. My old man eyes. I think it's more the glare. Bring my glasses. I might have to do that. One eye that can see far and one eye that can see close. If I spend too much time looking really close, then you can't see far away. I can't see far away very well. That's what eye patches are for. Yeah. You ready to go back? Who scored the last goal? I didn't see the assist.
It was Labrum.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, going back on now.
3-1 our score. About halfway through the first period of play. BYU in the lead. Tyler Clancy, the face-off specialist out of Beaufort, South Carolina. He's out there for the Cougars. Boise State seems to rotate through about 3 or 4 guys, but giving most of the duty here this afternoon to number 15. Branson pops that out. Gave up on it. Connor Williams got it, though. And the ball gets picked off. Crossfield. BYU's got it. Zach Burbridge got control. He's doubled. Comes over midfield line. Looks for some relief from attack. He's going to shoot. That's wide. Gets backed up very nicely by Winston Farley, and Cougars will reset their offense. Possession shot there by Burbridge, and the Cougars will start now on offense. Still waiting on getting Chris Severson dialed in here. Shot was on goal as a goalie save, so Cougars will retain possession on the alley dodge. Perry to X. Looks for help up top. Gets thrown away. And it'll be over and back, so it'll be Boise ball. Just a miscommunication there on that offensive possession, and Boise will start their offense.
Snuck up on me.
Connor Williams on the D. Severson, they get some offensive midi stuck on the field here for BYU. Big high pop shot, and it's intercepted. 31, Riley Christensen with the ball, the other long pole. Connor Williams now with the ball. He'll start the one-man clear. And he'll go over midfield. Williams steps back, gets relief from Perry, and BYU will switch their midfield. Westcott. Shot and a goal. Winston Farley. He gets hit in the face. Hopefully he'll be good. There's some question about whether Chandler Westcott was going to play at all today because an injury he received against Oregon last week. But he was cleared by the doctor, and we'll try to use him sparingly today, but he gets his first assist of the game on the pass into number 22, Winston Farley, right on the island. So Boise are going to face off now with a long pole. They've lost the last three. They'll do that. They have this number 12 will face off with both a long pole and a short pole, depending on circumstance. BYU will stay with Perry. Check that. Stay with Clancy. Easy draw for Clancy. He just needs to get the ground ball, which he does. Gets it behind to the long pole. And BYU now with Chase Paulson. He'll clear that. Steps in, shot, and a goal. Chase Paulson gets the pickup from Clancy as the ball moves downfield. Boise didn't take him seriously, and he just stepped down one time, took the shot, and scored. 5-1 our score now. A couple of minutes left in this first period of play.
29 seconds.
29 seconds actually left in the first period of play. And Boise will throw another face-off guy against Clancy here. Easy win for Clancy. He needs to get the ground ball, which he does. He gets pushed with possession. Official doesn't call it with possession. Riley's got it. Riley Christensen. Not much time left here. Flag down. Hold the ball is what they're calling. Try to kill the penalty, kill the clock so we can get started man up beginning of the second period. Okay, that's the end of one period of play. Our score 5-1. There's a flag down, so BYU will start the second period man up, waiting for the call from the official if it's going to be a push or going to be a slash. We'll find out here in a moment. We'll get you that information before we take a break. So they're going to call number 3 for Boise with interference. It'll be a 30-second technical foul. BYU will start man up. There will be no face-off. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back with you. Oh, an easy inside pass. I think they anticipated Farley moving into the crease. That didn't happen. It was Harry Wattops, and nobody guarded him. And just tossed it into the island, and that was the end of that. So an easy man-up goal for BYU. 6-1 our score now, beginning of the second period of play. Glad you can join us here this afternoon. Here in beautiful Albertson Stadium here on the campus of Boise State. We're on the Smurf turf here this afternoon. A little bit overcast. It was raining a little bit earlier today. No rain right now, so perfect weather for lacrosse here in Boise. Clancy pops it away. Christensen trying to get the ground ball. He does. And looks like the ball went out of bounds off BYU. They'll be clearing. Boys will be clearing. The midfielder stops, which you should never do against BYU, but manages to clear. Looks in the crease. Can't catch it. Down Hampshire. Goalie's got control. Ground ball for Hampshire. Matthias Perez has got the ball for the Cougars. He'll look to get it to Attackman, which he does. And he'll come off. Halverson and Williams, the two defensive middies, will come off. But it's going to be a turnover. It's going to be Boise ball. Ball goes downfield. Perez is there. And the ball's still in bounds. But Boise comes up with it. Boise State looks like they've got the right people on the field here, and they'll start their offense. I got Jake Hogard out there. Now Connor Williams comes on. 19 tries to beat him to the goal, but Williams is positioned correctly defensively. It's a ball down. That's going out of bounds. Jake Hogard will pick that up, and he'll be taken off. He jumps over the opposite team bench. And he's waiting for a quick whistle. Gets it. Crosses midline. And if they don't guard him, he's going to go right to the goal. He gets doubled, so he decides to get rid of it. So Hogard will come off. Tanner Johnson will start with the ball for BYU. He's righty, gets it behind. Up top shot, and goalie save. Ball's in front, nobody's got it. Goalie for Boise finally gets the ground ball, and they'll start their clear. Long pole clear it for Boise. Sends it back up, and we've got a offsides on Boise, so it'll be BYU ball. No communication between the long pole and the midi, so that'll be a turnover on Boise. Labrum up top to Westcott. Turns in, shot. Oh, and a goalie save. Just wondering how much power Westcott has got in his shot. He does have that shoulder injury that he's nursing from the game against Westcott with the ball. Shot and a goal. Harry Wattups. Ball got knocked away from the Boise midfielder. Went through a couple of sticks and finally ended up in the stick of Harry Wattups. And he put it in the upper right-hand corner of the goal. Goalie had no chance on that one. 6-1 our score now. BYU starting to pull away here in the second period. Check that, 7-1.
I got it.
And they'll rotate again with a new midfielder facing off for Boise. Number 15 comes out again and try to get it against Clancy. Clancy's dominated the game. He dominates again if he gets low. Sends it back behind to Paulson. Paulson double teamed. He'll get it to Smith. Smith cross field now. And back to Dallin Hampshire. Oop. Hampshire now to Wattups, now behind at X, and BYU will take a timeout here. 7-1 our score, 11 minutes remaining in the second period of play.
10-24.
And BYU starting to take control of the game here in the second quarter. Pretty good crowd here today. They had their senior day here at Boise. Had about 10 or 11 seniors graduating off this Boise team. And they were honored here at the beginning of the game. A couple of high school games going on here on campus today. Clackamas, Oregon, taking on Pleasant Grove, Utah High School. So we'll restart here after the coming out of the timeout, being the BYU end of the offensive end of the field. Winston Farley brings it to the restraining line over to Severson. Severson at the restraining line. Westcott inside. Oh, great opportunity for Farley. Just couldn't get out of his stick quick enough. But Chandler Westcott will reset here. Up top shot, and that's high and away. Zach Labrum with the shot for BYU. Official timeout here. Move some equipment around. Westcott now at X. Starts his dodge. Shot, and that's wide. Didn't quite get the corner. He wanted to get that shot off, but good backup there by the Cougars. Top to Labrum. Over to Severson. Severson scoreless here so far. Takes an alley dodge. Doubled. Long pole. Looking for help. He's held. Flag down. And up top. So free play here for BYU. Labrum. Inside dodge. Goes left. Goes back right. Cross crease. Shot. And then wide. So Waddups with the shot on that one. But Boise will go man down now for the hold. 30-second technical foul on Boise State. Cougars a man up for 30 seconds. So start it behind.
9-14.
Up top to Labrum now, over to Farley. And Farley stays up top inside. They're really getting them confused out there with Waddups going to the crease. Nobody's covering them. So why not take the shot? Go top to Labrum. Now we got Farley in the crease. Shot. He doesn't get the shot off. If Boise picks it up on the miscue. Ball's knocked away. Ball's on the ground. Long pole for ball, and that's going to be that could be a non-releasable against number 23 Tanner Johnson. That was a really high hit. We'll see what the officials have to say about it. So, as I suspected, 1 minute personal foul against Tanner Johnson, non-releasable. So, Boise's got a good opportunity maybe to put 1 or 2 points on the board if they played correctly. Ball's at X for Boise. String defense for the Cougars. Ball's knocked down, and it'll go to the Cougars. So Cougars going to try to kill this 1 minute non-releasable, and they'll get it to Connor Williams to do that. Williams is going to easily clear that. As a poor ride by Boise. Unbelievable that they didn't have 2 defensive players on Williams, but got number 4, Jake Cougar, trying to kill this. Now they get 2 players on them when they've got a...
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release.
So the 1 minute penalty is killed. Chandler Westcott's got the ball, looks inside. And he scores easily because Boise was unorganized and not ready for the all-even. And score goes to 8-1 now as BYU continues to pull away.
Time.
7:30.
7 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the first half of play. BYU now with an 8-1 lead. And most of those goals have come off Boise State miscues. Hardly any of them in set offense. Clancy out there now. Trying to push it forward. Can't do it. Ball's on the ground. Boise's got it. So they're going to take a timeout here. I think it's a well-needed timeout for Boise State. They'll try to get reorganized as the sun comes out here in Boise, Idaho. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back with you.
We play a commercial. Sure. Yeah. Where's the visor though for the monitor? It should be in the box here. Hey, I got a hat. I'll just wear a hat. No, it's just the screens.
Uh, 7-13.
They have not scored in this second period. In fact, their first goal came very early in the first period. They haven't had much offense since then. Colton Rosen with the ball now over to 28. Austin Lickley. And three's open shot and a goalie save. So Dallin Hampshire's got control. Looks up field for a minute. He doesn't find one, so he'll start a control clear here now. This ball goes over to Bobby Meinhold. The transfer from UMass. Now to Severson. Been flagged down on Boise for offsides. Brandon Royce looking for help. Gets it from Harry Wattups up top now to Westcott. Another free play here for BYU. Perry. Back to X to Wattups. Severson finally scores. Chris Severson, after 5 or 6 shots, finally puts the ball in the net for the Cougars. And they'll wave off the penalty. So 9-1 now our score. 5:50 left in the first half of play. As Chris Severson finally gets his shot lined up and on goal. So Boise State will throw Rob Lowe. Yep, that's his name, number 15. Freshman out of Lake Ridge. And Clancy for the Cougars. Clancy gets leverage, can't pop it forward. And the long pole for Boise will pick that up. Good check by Halverson. but Boise will recover. Broncos settle it here. Alley dodge here by number 1. Nothing there. Sends it behind. Goal line extended now. Good defense there by Wilson. Here's a shot by 29. And Hampshire gets a piece of that. Official making sure he gets the restart right and the ball's in the right position to restart. Chase Scow with the ball for Boise. It's a save by Hampshire. Rebounds in front. Nobody's got it. Ball gets kicked forward. Another shot and another save by Dallin Hampshire. He'll look for a midi. Finds him. Ball gets up. Goes over the head of Riley Christensen. But gets knocked out by Boise. So will be white ball. Halverson inside to 25 Waddups and a goal. So the assist will go to Jake Halverson or Jake Hogard on that as Harry Waddups gets his second goal of the game.
Waddups from Hogard. Waddups from Hogard.
Rob Lowe out there again for Boise. They're going to stick with Lowe here. And BYU will throw Tanner Bean out there for his first face-off of the afternoon. Going to give Clancy a rest here. Bean pops it out, right over to number 44, Connor Williams. Williams behind to Hampshire, the goalie. Connor Williams looks downfield, sends it down to number 8, Chris Severson, and Severson will settle it. Brandon Royce is going to get a run now with the first team midfield. Royce with that ankle-breaking goal against Washington. Back on Monday of this week. Perry inside, tries to get it to Farley, but Farley can't handle. And we'll get a push on Boise, go back to the Cougars. Up top now to number 8, Severson. He's got a shorty. Goes cross crease, inside. Oh, tried to get it into Bernal and doesn't quite get it to him. Boise starts there clear. Farley on the defense. Picked off by BYU. Riley Christensen with the ball. He gets pushed. Flags go flying. And hopefully he's not hurt. It's number 25, Harry Waddups, gets the push. And depending on how high it was, got a 1-minute releasable foul on that one. So BYU will be man up here. They've converted on their last 2 quite easily here. And they'll try to get it to 11 here on this man up opportunity. Farley up top. And he'll eventually end up at the island on this man up play. Back behind to Bernal. Inside. Severson shot, hits the post and bounds away. And they're going to give that to Boise. That happens a lot when you hit the post, is that the defenseman is closer to the ball in a lot of these situations. Long pole tries to clear. Flag is down. Another flag is down. Boise long pole still got control. He's trying to look for help here. And finally gets it. Boise now starting their offense. 7 seconds left in the man up shot. And that's high and away. 4 seconds left in the penalty. So BYU will be man down here, be all even for 8 seconds, and then we'll get a So it'll be all even here for 8 seconds. And then BYU will be man down.
He's going to release but it's on the same guy, so it's only one man down, and they both release it, or they release. One has to finish before the other one starts. So he'll serve one, and then he'll serve the other one.
So the penalty's released. Boise State is man up. Yeah. BYU really extending this man-down defense. We'll see if this pays off for them. And it does. The ball's down. Boise State recovers. And ball goes back up top. Boise State taking their time here. Want to get a good shot on goal. And that's a very bad shot on goal.
1 minute left.
As BYU's there to back up.
1 minute left.
Just not a good man-up possession by Boise State. Connor Williams goes over, clears the ball for the Cougars. He'll take it behind. Winston Farley's there to relieve him if he needs help. BYU trying to kill a penalty here. 30 seconds remaining, and penalty to the Cougars. And BYU's going to take a quick timeout here as they tried to double team, finally tried to double team on the man up opportunity. So BYU will reset here, and we'll take a break. We'll be here in a moment.
What's that?
Abram at X, trying to kill this for the Cougars.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release.
At the end of the first half of play, our score, BYU 10, Boise State 1.
Jeremiah, is it 10-1 or 11-1?
Yeah, 10-1.
10-1, just wanted to verify with the table our score. It is 10-1, BYU in the lead. We'll take a break here. We'll be back with you for the second half in about 10 minutes.
The Y on the mountain is visible from miles away, welcoming you to Provo, home of Brigham Young University. For more than 30,000 students like me who live and study here, BYU is more than just a school, it's our home. There's no campus quite like BYU. It has the same feel of a small liberal arts college, along with all the same opportunities you have at a major university, all within a religious environment. I mean, there's so much to love about this place. Let's take a look around. So what Utah school ranks as a top-tier national university, a best value school, and a Money Magazine top 10? These are just a few of BYU's impressive national rankings. BYU is recognized for offering an exceptional undergraduate experience. The university has 10 colleges that offer undergraduate and graduate programs, including 2 prestigious professional schools. The nationally ranked J. Reuben Clark Law School was recently named Best Value Private Law School. And the highly respected Marriott School of Management has top 10 undergraduate and graduate programs. All across campus, undergraduate BYU students can be part of a multi-million-dollar student mentoring program. A BYU education is about more than classroom learning. Whether they are conducting field research, working on an engineering team, or directing a film, students here get hands-on experiences and active learning opportunities.
We need to provide an education that allows our students not just to learn new things and to experience spiritual insights, but to become different, better people.
It's really great to live in a place where others respect your beliefs and share your values. BYU is sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and Christian teachings are central to campus life. All faculty and students here commit to living the honor code and to living with integrity and character. So grab a chocolate milk and toast to the university that's proud to be at the top of the list of stone cold sober schools. Cheers. It's good, it's good. BYU is located at the base of the Wasatch Mountain Range, and this beautiful campus has something for everyone. Did you know that the Harold B. Lee Library is ranked as one of the best college libraries in the country? From art and science museums, to BYU broadcasting, to labs and high-tech facilities, the BYU campus is truly a world-class educational environment. For students who enjoy the performing arts, BYU's award-winning performing groups share music, dance, and culture not only here on campus, but also internationally. One of the university's mottos is "The world is our campus." Did you know that BYU teaches more than 60 languages and 2/3 of BYU students speak a second language? Muitos dos estudantes, como eu, aprenderam a falar uma segunda língua enquanto serviram numa missão pela Igreja Sud. BYU also has one of the largest study abroad programs in the nation, with programs in 55 countries. The university also has major international centers in London and in Jerusalem. BYU is not only about academics, it's also about having fun and enjoying life. On campus, students can enjoy a variety of activities, from comedy performances to concerts and more. The Wasatch Mountains draw visitors from all over the world in every season. The Provo area also has a progressive music scene, rooftop concerts, and other events that celebrate life and culture. From Olympians to All-Americans and national champions, BYU's athletic legacy gives us all a reason to rise and shout. This is an elite program. BYU student athletes on 21 men's and women's teams compete at the highest levels in Division I NCAA sports. BYU football is one of the country's legendary winning programs with devoted fans worldwide. Nothing beats spending time with 64,000 of your closest friends to cheer on the Cougars and be a part of this great campus tradition. A BYU education is a life-changing experience. As students, we're blessed to be a part of this great school and to share in the traditions of Brigham Young University. We'll never forget our time here as we carry the spirit of the Y throughout our lives.
I invite you to be part of this distinctive community where you can find your way, pursue your dreams, live your faith, and prepare to contribute to the world around you. Welcome to Brigham Young University.
The cougar lies in wait, ready to spring. One moment, calm, reposed. The next, dialed in. A single focus, a single mind, to come away with the prize. So is the life of a cougar, ever on alert, always on the prowl. We are Cougar Nation, seizing the day.
I've never been one for college pride. Always busy with my friends, Ben and Jerry. But I've been forced out for the night. Roomies love this game, but I think it's so lame. And everyone's like, go team, score big. Come on, ref, what was that? Field goals, fight songs, where we get that stuff, cat? I don't care. These fans are living on hyped up dreams, but everybody's like hot dogs, kickoffs, cheering while the rain pours, hard hits, timeouts. Why we playing Star Wars? I don't care. Maybe I'll go steal that old guy's chair. I guess I'll always be Cougar. Cougars. Blue ones chewing their blood. This kind of swag just ain't for us. I just don't get all of this fuss. Get me home to my Snuggie. Snuggie. You can call me QB, 'cause baby I'll rush home to watch Downton Abbey. Fourth and goal and I start to sweat. Can't stop gripping the edge of my soft new chair. Then we score and my heart soars. Where's this coming from? This isn't like me. But count me in like Goku's handoff. See a running back fly, touchdown George Q. Look, we made that dude cry, we don't care. We're crushing D-lines and their dreams. And then my heart's like Bronco, Cosmo, Jimmer is my hero. Wrong sport, my bad, I'm still new at this, bro, we don't care. What other sport could possibly compare? 'Cause we'll always be Cougar. Cougar. Blue and shoe in our blood, light up that white just for us. I finally get all of this fuss. Tradition, spirit, and honor. You can call me QB, 'cause baby I'll rush into football vanity.
Much in the way of change in terms of Coach Snick's word to the team at halftime. They're going to try to save some bodies here as we head towards the fourth quarter to get ready for a bunch of Canadians that are waiting in the wings for us tomorrow. Oh, and Connor Williams just can't get that ball to stop, and fortunately he's going to go to Boise here. So Boise starts their offense, trying to get a couple of different midfielders on the field. Good defense by Hoggard. Turns in, right. Cross and goes up to number 22. Up top to number 1. Shot. And that's high and away. And BYU will remain on defense as Boise restarts here. To one Scal. Scal looks inside. There's a shot that's wide. Boise retains possession. Defense by Smith there pushes the attackman out. Up to Scal again. We'll get it to 13, Murphy. Boise State continuing to attack the goal. Another shot by Boise. And BYU will get possession here and start their clear. Jake Hoggard with the ball. He'll head to the sideline and bring it over midfield. Up top to Labram, the team captain. And he'll get it behind to Farley. That's not a good pass to Wattups, but BYU gets out of it. And Sam Moody on the field now. Sam's going to play a lot in this second half, I believe. Try to spell some of the Cougars that are struggling physically. Perry tries to get it to Johnson, picked up by Farley. Farley to Perry. Perry will get it behind. Zach Labram at X. He'll start a dodge inside goal. Oh, and a save. I thought for sure that was in. But the Boise goalie gets his stick up in time. And Boise will clear the ball. Smith on defense, trying to push out that attackman. Gets him squared up. Ball goes up top. Number 3, Colton Rosen with the ball. Back behind. Here's a shot for Boise. And Hampshire got a piece of that. And BYU's closest. So BYU will be clearing Jared Cotter on the field. Jared has been hurt, but he's out there now. As Bobby Meinhold loses control. Gets knocked out by Chase Paulson, looking for his second goal of the game. Severson inside shot and a goal. Chris Severson makes it 11-1 BYU. Officials are going to talk this one through, and I'm not sure they're going to give him the goal here yet. And they finally do. Yeah, it's a goal. Rob Lowe out there for Boise, number 15. Chase Paulson on one wing. Zach Burbage on the other wing for BYU with the long stick. Clancy trying to move the ball forward. And he does slightly. No control yet. And Westcott's got it. Now to Burbage. He steps in, shot, and that's wide. Zach Burbage with his second shot of the game. Goes sidearm, not a good idea for long poles, but he's been successful with that this year so far. Now Paulson up to Severson. Severson circles back to X. And up to Connor Bernal. I asked Connor Bernal at halftime how his ankle was. He says it's fine. And he's able to move easily with it. Westcott doubled, retreats. And Brandon Royce now up top. Royce in the middle to Severson. He's at the restraining line trying to dodge his guy. Gets pushed out. And back to Bernal up top. Chandler Westcott at X to Farley. That's wide. Farley got a stick on it, but I don't think he got a really good opportunity on it. Ball's knocked down. Long pole for Boise's got it. He'll come across. Sends it behind. BYU's got their defense out there now. Christensen pushing his guy out. Smith pushing his guy out. He's going to get a stick clear. Easy save for Dallin Hampshire. He'll look up. He's trying to get a midi on that clear, but middies end up being a little bit too deep for defensively for BYU that he can't find a break. And he's got box now for Tanner Johnson. Johnson will go over. Goes down the sideline, gets it behind. Now to Westcott. Westcott heads for X. Farley clears out for him. Waddup's up to Sam Moody. Moody, sophomore from Las Vegas. To Waddup's, now over to Labram. Labram takes the alley. Nothing there, sends it behind. Now to Moody. Moody can't handle. Ball's down. Boise Longpole's got it. Goes to the middle of the field. Looking for some help. Good defense by Burbage. And finally gets it up to number 1, Scow. Boise State University's got it behind the goal now. It's up top to the midi. Hogard on the defense. Zay Hogard holding him there. Gets rid of it. Hogard again on defense, recovers. And B. Tackman's got it now. He's trying to go inside on Connor Williams' shot, and that's wide. And it's going to be goalie ball. BYU's clearing. Boise State having some difficulty backing up the ball on their shots here, and BYU certainly has taken advantage of it. Hogard goes over midfield, looks for help, and gets thrown away. Boise ball. Tried to get Connor Williams. The pass was just too high. Ball's taken away from the midfielder at the midfield line. Ball's down, and Boise's got it back again. Hogard doing a nice job on defense for the Y today. And Boise State will turn it over again. Boise midfielder had his stick split in half, but was proud to say he didn't drop the ball. Hardy Walters goes over with the ball. BYU's onside. Chandler Westcott looking for help, turns back. He's got a long pole there. Heads for X. And we got interference on Boise, so BYU will go man up here for 30. Caller's interference on Boise State. Tanner Johnson starting with the ball now. Ball goes behind, inside to Perry, back to Johnson, up top to Farley, over to Zach Labram for the rocket that's wide. Goldie got a piece of it. Oh, and the ball's bouncing around inside the crease, but Boise gets control of it. The Boise goalie gets the ground ball. BYU's going to put a tremendous amount of pressure on Boise to clear the ball. Perry chasing the long pole. Labram's in front of him. Long pole gets through. Teams are all even now with Boise wheeling behind the cage here, trying to get something going. Chase Paulson pushes his guy out. Shot and a score. So Paulson doesn't quite get there in time. Carter Peel for Boise State scores for the Broncos. 5 minutes, 3 seconds remaining in the third period of play. Our score is 11-2. And Clancy will be out there again for BYU against Rob Lowe. I think they've settled on Lowe as their faceoff man for the rest of the game. Zach Burbage, the LSM on one wing, Chase Paulson 6 on the other. Ball gets pushed forward, then knocked back, and Paulson's got it. Michael Perry clears out for Paulson. He's at X. Behind now, back to Perry up top. Perry will go behind. BYU switching their midfield out here. And the ball goes up to Connor Bernal. Connor Bernal, a transfer from Marquette. Farley back to Bernal, and now over to Brandon Royce. Royce circles through, nothing there. Gets it behind to Farley. Westcott wielding there, looking for some help up top. Gets it from Severson. Chris Severson. He'll dodge left alley. Look in, circles back. Redodges, looks down, shot, and it hits the post and bounds away. Another post shot. It's going to be White ball. White was closest. Officials confirming White possession. And Bernal will start with the ball. He's dodging at GLE, gets it behind. Now up top to Perry. Severson, right alley dodge. Goes center of the field, backs away when a long pole takes him on. Now to Farley. Farley behind it, X to Westcott. Westcott inside. Looks up top, nothing there. Comes right side up top, shot. And a nice pass into Brandon Royce, but the goalie steps up to that one and makes the save for Boise. Perry putting pressure on the goaltender. Ball goes out of bounds to be Cougar ball. They're going to call Michael Perry for a slash on that clearing attempt by Boise. So Boise be man up for 1 minute. And Boise will start their man up. Man-ups have not been effective this afternoon for Boise. They've been not backing up the ball or having the ball taken away by the Cougar defense. And there's another horrible mistake by Boise State, throwing the ball to nobody. And BYU will be clearing.
35.
Connor Williams on the one-man clear. He'll come across midfield. And BYU will try to clear this to the back and kill this penalty. Winston Farley will dance behind.
20.
And Chandler Westcott will kill this penalty for BYU. Here comes the double team. He reverses his field. We've got a release here, and we're all even. Perry steps back onto the field for the Cougars. And he'll take possession. Michael Perry at the minute of the field at the restraining line starts his dodge down the alley. Reverses his field, gets it over to Hogard. Hogard will come off now as Labram starts his dodge. Good defense by Boise. Circle throwback is not there. Labram stuffed down. Back to Perry, up top to Sam Moody. Sam Moody's got a shorty, but thinks better of it. But now he'll start his dodge. He's an alley dodger down the right shot, and that's an easy save for Boise. And the long pull for Boise will start to clear. In the middle of the field, ball bounds away. Michael Perry's got control. Perry looking for help in the crease. And Boise's got possession now, and they'll try to clear. Meinhold and Burbage now trying to push that midi out. But they do clear it. And Boise throws the ball away again. Just inconsistency on the part of Boise State. And they've played a lot of defense here this afternoon. They've got to be really tired. (11-3), 11-2. So our score at the end of the third period, 11-2, BYU in the lead. And we'll take a break here, bring you the fourth quarter. BYU in the lead, 11-1, 11-3.
The Cougar lies in wait, ready to spring. One moment, calm, reposed. The next, dialed in. A single focus, a single mind to come away with the prize. So is the life of a Cougar. Ever on alert, always on the prowl. We are Cougar Nation, seizing the day.
Tanner Bean. Number 29 for BYU facing off. Number 15, Lowe for Boise. Six, Chase Polson on one wing. 31, Riley Christensen on the other. Bean's got his head forward on this, but it's a 50-50 ball. Peterson pushes it out. Westcott's got it. Bounds away. Still no possession. Now Chase Polson's got control. Polson treats behind and gets it to Farley. Westcott doubled. Sit up to Severson. Severson, alley dodge, shot and a goal. Chris Severson with an easy goal coming down the left side. And then I'll make it 12-3 here. Now the Cougars in the lead. BYU's going to stay with Tanner Bean, but Boise's going to switch. They're going to go with number 27, Dylan Olvarius out of Gilroy, California. They'll have both face off. Mitty's step away. Bean pops it forward, trying to get control. Popped up again. Mitty's got it. Ball's down. Long pole trying to get it. Still has no control. It's a scrum in the center, and number 16, Chandler Westcott's got control for the Cougars. Top to Williams. Now inside to 24, Royce. And back up to Severson. Oh, and Halverson steps in. He's wide open. Can't convert up there. They get recovery nice. And here comes Westcott through the crease. Nothing there. And the long pole, 24, trying to get it for Boise. Still not in anyone's possession. Ball goes out of bounds, and they're calling BYU to retain possession. Westcott. Up top to Severson. Now to Halverson. Halverson starts his dodge. Gets it behind. Westcott, Perry. They switch positions. To Wattups, now to Severson. Severson, alley dodge. Crossfield. Can't make the connection to Perry, and the ball's going to go out of bounds. Be Boise ball. BYU starts their ride. Up top to the midi 5. Jay Calverson will chase him. They throw it to the crease, and number 19 can't handle, so the ball goes out of bounds, but and Hampshire will clear for BYU. Johnson now to Labrum. On the side now to Wattups. Everyone getting a opportunity to possess the ball. We've got some new attackmen in for BYU. Jay Kirshner in there for the Cougars out of Sanibel Island, Florida. Hogard was going to shoot, thought better of it. Brings it back up top. Hogard comes off, Sam Moody on. Shot. And shot doesn't quite make it to the goal, so goalie for ball's going to go out, and it'll be BYU ball.
Nobody touched it.
Official thought that Burbage touched the ball before it went out. He did not, but needless to say, the officials are giving it to Boise. 3 starts his dodge. Labram on the defense, shot. And that's why it'd be Boise ball. Top to 29. 13 starts his dodge, doubled into the middle, knocked down. Ball still on the carpet. And Jake Paulson's. Chase Paulson's got possession. He's doubled, trying to get away from the 2 minis. Puts it behind. And timeout BYU. So good call there by Coach Matt Schneck. There's a so they're going to get a conduct foul on Boise, be a 30-second technical foul on Boise State, so BYU will come out of this timeout with a man-up opportunity. Okay, 30-second man up for BYU. In the middle of the field to Labram, Johnson, and trying to see who sneaks in the middle here. Good ball movement by the Cougars. Johnson thinks about it, steps away. And a hard hit in the middle on Boise, but no call there, and BYU man up opportunity kind of slips away from him as Boise now has the ball trying to clear. Good D by Christensen. Boise still struggling, trying to clear. Finally gets through, shot. And the ball is down, and number 12, Levi Smith, has got possession. Now over to Hampshire, the goalie. He looks upfield. Good clearing pass there to Connor Williams. Williams into Severson. And Severson will settle it there. Penalty's over, obviously, and BYU now goes 6-on-6. Moody with the ball. Farley at X looking for some help. Now up top to Sam Moody. Moody to Halverson. Halverson's got a long pole. He'll start his run. Turns right. 2 long poles up top, so he'll step back. Now to Perry. Perry gets by his guy. Reverses his field. And inside to number 22. And they're going to talk about this, whether it's a goal or not. Goal is good. So, Winston Farley gets the ball out of his stick before he crosses into the crease. And that'll make our score 13-2. About halfway through this 4th period of play.
13-12. 13-2. 13-2. 13-2. Long game. I'm dyslexic when it comes to numbers. Business?
Tyler Clancy out there facing off for the Cougars. Clancy having some success here today, along with Tanner Bean. Ball is out. They dump the long pole for trying to get possession here. Number 6, Paulson, finally gets it. Triple team. Ball's taken away. Ball's down. And believe it or not, a goose just landed in the middle of the field. So it is true. The geese do believe that this is a lake. And ball up top to Sam Moody. Sam Moody starts his dodge, goes left. Tries the alley, gets through, shot, and a goalie save. Ball's in front of the crease. Goalie's got possession, and Boise will clear.
That's awesome. Is it on the field?
Ball behind now for Boise State. They have played a lot of defense here this afternoon. I think they'd like an opportunity to run at least a full set of offense. Bobby Meinhold on the D, shot, and a goal. So not much of a offensive effort there in terms of getting everybody involved, but nonetheless, number 3, Colton Rosen out of Auburn Riverside High School and Auburn, Washington scores for Boise. 7:15 remaining in the game. 13-4 now our score. 13 here at and number 32, Sam Hawes, here from the Boise area, will go in goal for BYU.
7-15.
Alec Kirshner, Winston Farley, and Harry Waddup's on attack for BYU.
Go, Clank.
Nice pop out by Clancy. Clancy looks for help, sends it behind. And ball goes up top to Farley, now up to Burbage. Burbage looks inside. Backs it off, Farley, shot. Oh, it slips right through the crease. Doesn't go in the goal, but number 5, Jake Kirshner's got possession.
Come on, Chad.
Up top now to Brandon Royce. Royce goes left, backs away, over to Severson. Dodges the alley, into the crease. And Jake Kirshner had it for a moment, but it got knocked away. He's not well positioned to shoot the ball, but Royce battling for the ball. But Boise ends up with it. Ball's on the ground, and Dallin Hampshire will be there to pick it up for the Cougs. The goalie sends it over to, now with Royce up to Severson. Severson sends it behind. Alec Kirshner with the ball. Alex Stad, a former Princeton great. Royce now to Farley. He's got a long pole. Looks in, gets it to Kirshner. And the ball goes high and out of bounds. Boise clearing here. And we'll send a midi downfield with it. Good save there by Hampshire. Flag is down, 2 flags down. And BYU will go man down here. So 42 for BYU, gets a 2-minute penalty for unnecessary roughness. It'll be 2-minute non-releasable. So let's see if Boise can capitalize on this opportunity. Their man-up offense has been dreadful here this afternoon. And the woes for their man-up offense continue. It's over and back. It's going to be BYU ball. So now they're reversing it. They're going to call interference on BYU, and the ball will go back to Boise. Boise had thrown the ball away, but due to an interference call, they're going to retain possession. So Boise's going to take a timeout here and think about it. They really need to get their man-up offense organized. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back with you. Still a man up here. Hopefully they've got a play here. The ball gets picked off again. So the woes for Boise State continue on their man-up offense. BYU making wholesale changes now on their offense. Brandon Royce wheeling behind, comes through up top. Ball goes to Hogard. Hogard sends it back behind.
Seconds.
BYU just passing the ball back and forth here, trying to kill this 2-minute penalties. About 20 seconds left in it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release.
So we go to all even now as Farley brings the ball up top. Ball with Brandon Royce now.
Yeah, Mom. Let's get it, Mom. How about now?
Farley at X moves to his left. Looking inside. Gets inside. Up top to 27. Oh, and the take there. Unable to finish. Ball's down in the corner. Not sure who's got possession. Apparently BYU with Severson with the ball. Starts an alley dodge. Retreats up top. Fights through the pick. .30-second clock on now for BYU. Severson inside. Shot. Waves off the 32nd. And Cougars have it behind now at X. Severson shot, and that's high and away. Just a couple of seconds left in the game here. Into Farley. Farley gets it at the goal, but I think the goalie tipped it away. 15 seconds left. Ball goes out of bounds, so Boise will have one last opportunity to clear. And that's the game. Our final score at the end of 4 periods of play, BYU 13, Boise State 3. We'll see you again tomorrow at the same time, 4 o'clock, where BYU will take on Simon Fraser. And until then, this is Tom Campbell for Jim Perry. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon from Boise. Good night, everybody.